Can you hear me well? Thank you so much, and I'm very grateful to have the chance to talk to you today, because as Shreen also mentioned, and also thank you so much to Dr. Amre, who said so many kind words about me, and that I have the possibility really to stay in front of you talking about digital transformation finally. And I'm very excited, to be honest, because coming back to Egypt after, now it's quite 1.5 years, I left Egypt and I was living quite 8 years here. It was amazing for me, and as Dr. Amri said, whoever drinks from the Nile water will come back, and it's true, it's really true. Thank you so much for the warm welcome, and I want to move you now through the path of digital transformation. We heard a lot in the speeches before, and you see also here a colorful triangle which has a meaning. And I will explain it later to you, but maybe you can start thinking about it. And maybe I'm also infected from the pyramids, so think about what could this mean finally. Yeah, that's me. My contact information, if you are interested for further conversations, also can give you my business card. And it's standing for International Digital Transformation. And you see on the upper right and upper left what I really like to do together with the Egyptian industries, the IMC, and the people who are really want to move in the new area of digitalization. So we want to create impact, which is very important. It doesn't help that you have nice PowerPoint slides, but finally you have no impact. So this is very important. The other thing is we need to progress sustainability. It's not a one-shot project and then we stop. Now it's an ongoing procedure. So now I want to lift up the little secret of the colors inside the triangle or inside the pyramid. These are the colors of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. And especially here, I really like to focus on goal 8, 9, and 13. 8 talks about economic growth, talks about decent jobs. 9 talks about industry, talks about innovation. And as everybody knows, also worldwide from the news and the magazines and the discussions, we have to think about climate change. It's not any longer a little thing which is nice to know about it. No, we have to act. And everybody from us has to act all over the world. So, the triangle itself, and it was mentioned also before in the speeches of Engineer Shireen and Engineer Islam. So, talking about people, which is in my opinion a very, very important asset when we talk about digitalization. Don't forget the people. They will move it. Then we talk about processes and we talk about the technology. But we have to see it in a whole combination and interlinkage to each other. It's not only the technology, it's not only a stick where there's a software on it or a CD, or you can download it. No, it's much more. And this is, I think, also very important to keep in mind that it's a whole process and a whole path to go from analog to digital and to transform whatever is needed to be transformed. And here, I really like to unlock your potential of digital transformation. It's your potential. And I think it's also interesting to see some facts about it. What are the 4 major technology dimensions or forces who are driving digital transformation? It's talking about cloud computing. I think everybody in the room is aware of cloud. Then we talk about the Internet parts or pillars inside digital transformation, and they have linkages to each other. And this is also important to know when we talk later on about Industry 4. Talk, for example, about the Internet of Things. These are the connected machines, the connected devices, sensors, whatever you can see in a production, for example, with big data. And finally, Engineer Ahmed also mentioned it, we have to analyze it, we have to visualize it, and I always say we have to see it, we have to understand it, and we have to act. Action is the most important step. So when we go to the next part, I want also to, you already know it, but to be aware of what is really going on worldwide in industries. They are shifting to other business models. And this happens also when you shift to Industry 4, you have mostly new business models. And maybe you know the example from Uber here in Egypt. It was really wonderful that you can order Uber and then this car will come. And here we don't talk about taxi drivers, we talk about on-demand transportation services. It's a new business model. And do you know how many books per minute in the world Uber is booked? Do you know this? Around 10,000 books per minute. When you go, for example, in YouTube, 4,500,000 clicks in YouTube to see a video or whatever is presented there. The same you have also when you go into, let me say, other, let me say, media. It's amazing how many clicks you have per minute worldwide. I only want to highlight here that big data and, let me say, internet information is really growing tremendously. And here, somebody talked to me when we see these new business models, also what is the right name? Airbnb, the hotel bookings. They disrupted the hotel industry. And it's not a kidding thing, it's reality. So anyhow, when you see all these things here, it's like a tsunami wave. I like this word because it's really describing what's going on. And this is what I really want to tell you also. It's 5 minutes before 12. And there are, let me say, a lot of companies, a lot of teams, a lot of organizations who always say, oh, it's working good, it's moving, no problem, we don't have to change. But actually, we are in a situation which is very, very mission critical. Even in the industrialized nations, they are looking that they are not getting bankrupt, they are looking to be a part of the future. And there's also a study which is saying around 70% of the actual performing companies, and I also talk about big shots, not the small and medium and the very, very small companies or startups. No, I talk about the economy. They will die. They will not survive. And there are the other 30% who will have, let me say, the chance to strive inside this digital transformation. And this is, let me say, it's the reality. And everybody has to be aware about that. And if you see how many big shots are really dying actually, you never thought, let me say 1 year before, that this would happen. If you see also, for example, the ranking of companies, in former times there were the ranking, there were General Electric, there were Siemens, the big automotive companies like BMW, and so on the top rankings. Nowadays, I think everybody from you knows that, you have Apple, you have Amazon Web Services, you have Google, and you have these companies who are able to deal with data. It's a virtual asset. They have no cars, they have no manufacturing buildings, whatever. But it's clear they are leading the markets with billions, trillions of dollars. And I only want to give you some examples. What IoT, the Internet of Things, will have in the business value until 2025. Do you have an idea how many Egyptian pounds or dollars or euros will be in business value for the manufacturing industry? Do you have any idea? Nobody? I will show it to you. We talk about, it's a little bit small maybe, we talk about $3.7 trillion. I know trillion is something with 12 zeros, and it's very long. So when you look in the health industry and fitness industry, we're looking about $1.4 trillion in the next 5 years. When we are looking into the logistics, we talk about around 850 billion dollars. When we are looking into the office security, energy sector, we talk about $1.5 billion. These are 4 examples. There are other industries. When I combine all the industry, how many trillion dollars do you think is in for business as a business value in the next 5 years? We talk about $11 trillion. And these are not, let me say, some nice figures. It's a reality. And this should be also create awareness to everybody who's sitting here. I want to show you also, or recommend, it's really a quite good book talking about digital transformation, and it's a guidebook for business and government leaders, because this affects also government and not only, let me say, the private sector. So it's from Thomas M. Siebel. He's a veteran from the Silicon Valley. He was the guy who brought over to us CRM, and he was always a visionary guy. He is also in this chapter very important now, and the book is not only reading some aspects about different topics. No, it's really a guidebook for CEOs and for government leaders. It's really interesting to read it and to get a complete understanding about the topic. So now we switch to Industry 4, because this is the main title today. And myself, I ask, do we talk about the fourth industrial revolution? Or do we talk about an industrial evolution? And I think there is a huge difference. We heard some examples about MES systems, digitalization of the factory, but what happens here? What is Industry 4 standing? I think there are 3 keywords: digital, flexible, green. What it means later, I will show you. I want to dig not deeper there in the atlas of digitalization, because speakers before mentioned already, we started with the mechanization, then comes the electrification, then it comes the automation, and now we have digitalization. It's nice to see, there's an atlas, it's here from Siemens. You can see it on the web page and you can go through, but I think the most important thing there is also to see the population growth from, let me say, the 1700s to until today. You see the GDP growth, and you also see, let me say, the CO2 growth comes to the climate change now, and everything is drawing up. So this is, let me say, the situation we have to handle in the moment. It was also mentioned before, if you want to have successful transformation, we have to take in consideration the business ecosystem. These are, let me say here, the industry, the solution or the service providers there. They have to understand what has to be done for the industry, that they really have an implementation and not spend a lot of money and at the end they have nothing. No, they have to understand. And also, let me say, talented startups who understand industry requirements are really requested here. Then also the universities should play a huge role with research and innovation there, bring it to the industry. Finally, also the ministry who provided the framework that it's possible to implement and to move forward so that Egypt gets #1 in the economy. Why not? The potential, the chance is there. Think about always this business eco network, because you alone, you are not able to do it alone. You need corporations. At first, to get an idea what to do is to assess your situation, then to build a strategy, and also come into the part of transformation. You need a clear vision what you want to do as a businessman, for example. I hope you can see well because it's maybe a little bit small, but anyhow, there's also software available to build a strategy matrix, to see what is the holistic approach, to see the alignments and where to focus, to see also the execution and to accelerate the execution, and finally drill it down into tasks. So it's always good to have these matrices, and it's a matrix. It's not one layer, it could be different layers coming together. And for that you need the right tools. So now we talk about a practical orientation guide. And this is done, for example, let me say the basic or the start of that was together in a project in Germany with the ministry, Federal Ministry of Education and Research. This was also, by the way, the ministry who gave an order to a research institute like Fraunhofer and like big industrial companies like Siemens to research about the next generation of industry. And there was the name Industry 4.0. What does it mean? We don't talk about the fourth industrial revolution, it's let me say, it's a name for it. But we talk about digital, flexible, green. And here, there was a company who was involved there, and company name is Tomorrow Labs, and they work together with the ministry and Fraunhofer, and there's a very famous institute in the southwest of Germany. The city is Karlsruhe. It's close to Stuttgart, not so far away from Frankfurt. I think Frankfurt, most of you know. And so they are collaborating to develop, tools for Industry 4. So these are, let me say, it's the leadership, but I want to focus on the very right person. This is Professor, Doctor, Engineer, and he has a lot of titles. He is so famous, and it's amazing, this person. It's Mr. Westkämper, and he was the former CEO of Fraunhofer, and is still active in all these Industry 4 activities and production automation and so on. So he also had a book, Strategy of the Production, and this is also like a guidebook so that you get really familiar with all the things there where you can optimize finally your production and go into the way to Industry 4. So I think let's start Industry 4. Are you ready to start? Yes? Great, great. So, at first I was thinking about what are my benefits, what are your benefits, and I just started with the things there could be a chance for new business models. Maybe you heard about you don't have to buy a car, you can buy an abo, like an abo for a magazine. You only buy a car abo, and then, for example, you can do this with Mercedes-Benz, with Porsche, with Volvo, actually. And then you only buy the abo for half a year or maybe a year, and everything is covered through this abo. And there are also, let me say, comparison, is this cheaper or is it better than if I buy it directly by myself or if I take the abo. So it's a new business model and it's working. So you don't have any issues with the maintenance or new tires or whatever could happen with the car. It's an abo. It's a new business model. Also, for example, you don't buy machine tools. You buy compressed air instead of a compressor. The automotive industry is focusing on mobility services. Well, you need car and you need, for example, autonomous cars. So, but what I want to tell you is that the thinking is completely switching. And this offers new potential for new markets. The other thing is, this was already mentioned when we talk about the middle table, about really to enable your factory or to enable the digital way. This means we talk about smart factory. Smart stands for intelligent factory. The machines know what to do and they support you. Don't get afraid. Now everything the machine is doing, the robots are doing, we talk about artificial intelligence, they know everything and I lose my job. No, it's not. It's the cooperation between machine and the man itself. It will help you and transform you in a new business model. And the other thing that was also mentioned when we talk about the digital twin. So I know it from Daimler, who produced, for example, Mercedes-Benz, that they have their new factory. I will show you a video and I hope the internet connection will work finally. Good. So what they are doing there, and they have the whole factory in a simulation in the computer. So it's amazing what's possible with the technology today. And that you have digital twins so that you can have simulations, that you don't have to develop prototypes with the hardware. No, you have software where you can do that. It's much more efficient. So you heard about the 3D printing, which allows you now to produce parts for, you have to mention that, for airplanes. When I heard this the first time, I get a little bit afraid, this is done by a 3D printer and not by a real machine tool. Wow, I said, if this is good and the same quality like if this manufactured with the machine tool, yes it is. It is. It's also shifting the mindset. you see, I only picked out some, it's an extract. You see challenges you are having actually, for example, with your factory. This means, how do I get my data? Everybody talks about data, big data, but how do I get it? What have I to do? The next thing is, how can I really derive potentials with these data? The next question is, how do I transform my findings, which I have out of the data, now to the process improvement? How do I do that? And the next thing is, how do I gain my employees? And now we come back to the people, that they are really in line with all the things which are happening there. It's so important. If you have people who are blocking or don't understand what's going on, it will be very, very difficult really to implement such a strategy. So let me say we take these 4 challenges. So first is we collect data, the next we evaluate the information, the next is we identify the potentials, and then we boost the processes. I hope you can read it because I think it's very small. It's okay? Yeah? Perfect, thank you. To collect the data on the shop floor. I think it was also mentioned, or I saw it on the slides from my speakers before, you have to connect to, let me say, a standard. And then we talk about OPC UA. OPC is let me say, connection, let me say, bus connection, because there was a time every PLC manufacturer, for example Siemens, GE, Allen Bradley, whatever is in the world, it was at this time Group Schneider, now it's Schneider Electric. So they have their own buses. Siemens has the H1 bus, Schneider Electric has a Telemechanic bus, and then all different buses to connect the machines. And this is difficult because if you have different things there, you're looking for a common standard. And there OPC Foundation jumped in and really they developed a protocol which every PLC provider can understand. So you need this standardization. And OPC UA is one. And in the US, for example, they mostly need or use this MT Connect, which stands for machine tool connection. So standardization is one keyword. Then what is the result? If you are able to connect, then you have a result of the data in a database. And then you can work with this data. The next thing is that you really make use of the raw data. So you try to align it to your business processes. And then the information for specific manufacturing process is available. I show you an example later on. For the next thing, that you really analyze the information and put it in the business context. And this means that you have a clear picture now about your potentials. I want to show you also an example about that it's much more clearer, because this is now very general, I think. You say, oh, this is nothing new, but I will show later on. And then you have to set also goals. For example, you say to yourself, I want to boost my production 10%. This is my goal. And this is the first thing where, let me say, change management also came in, so that we make effect-based, based on your data, effect-based change management. And now, very important, step 1 to step 4, you have to take with you people, which means the people who are working in this manufacturing area. And I also call it that you have really positive-minded people on board. And this is also the time where change agents are born. I remember there was, I think it was a bigger project at IMC. You need to establish change agents, that they take the idea and also bring it to the organization, to the industry, so that everybody is on board and on the same page. And here, same story. We need these change agents who are leading this process. So I want to go now a little bit deeper when we collect data. I don't want to be so technical now, but that you get more clue about it, what we are doing here. So this means, you see in the middle, it's a factory, and you see also that you need services. You have ERP systems like SAP, or also smaller ERP systems, which are, for example, here in Egypt. But you will need these enterprise resource planning tools. And you have MES, which was mentioned also before, or you don't have, but maybe then you have to go in this direction. And on the other side, you have your PLCs, or the programmable logical controllers from Siemens, from GE, and Bradley, Schneider Electric, whatever you have in your factory. And this means you have to connect them. And this is done through the standard protocols like OPC UA, which stands for Unified Architecture, and also anti-connect. These are the, let me say, the most protocols which are used there. So what does this mean? I connect, you see in this Turkey's box, that out of the data you build rules. And now comes also an important thing, that you have to collaborate, because the person who is really serving the machine, who is standing in front of the machine and knows what the machine is doing. This person you need because he or she has really special knowledge. Then you need the person who is working at Siemens or Schneider or whatever, and then yourself, because you understand the strategy, what has to be done. So this combination brings together the common knowledge, because the consultant doesn't know all the details of the machine. It's impossible, I think so. So you have to combine this team and then think about how do we define the rules. So what is the status of the machine, and when the status is like that, what has to happen? Yeah. So this is one part. I will show you this also. I hope this works online now. Because I will. Do you hear me? Yeah, perfect. I will switch now to this part here. So, you see on the left side, you see a lot of, let me say, there are function boxes, standard function boxes, which already have software coding inside. For example, we want to use a OPC UA connection to your machines. You take this box, or you want to make an MT connection with this protocol. And for example, you have a Siemens PLC. So you want to bring them together in a function. You define the function and you connect them. So it's very simple. So then you have the function, then you have the outcome, and you can move step by step. I only want to show you how easy it is. So I think I go back a little bit, but here we can move forward. If you have this done, so it's very interesting to see, is this the right one? Yeah. To see what is inside your raw data. And what you see now here For example, this is a production of automotive windshields or backlights. And you see here in this red frame that there is something happening. Windshield 9 is produced 18,800 times. That is the windshield 6, which is only produced 8,600 times. So this is something which creates awareness. What is going on here? Why can I produce windshield 9, this production line, so many times, and the other one less? So this creates awareness. The other thing is, when you look here, I really hope you can see it, that you also see these red numbers. There is timeout, very, very long timeout, which means there is no production. But the beauty in this case is that nobody saw this before. They see, well, my production is running and the windshields are coming out there, it's okay. But if you have the raw data, you see exactly what's going on. And this is a treasure. It's a real treasure, because then you can act and you can optimize it. Here you see, this is the production of ABC, which is a huge company. And here you see the windshields, and around this part you see a lot of cameras who are looking. Is the clue okay? Is the, let me say, the folio okay? You see the dashboard, and you see the red things. Oh, something is going on in the very wrong direction. Anyhow, I want to show this also directly, and this is now we are looking from Cairo into the production in the northern part of Germany. We try it, and you will see it. I hope it works. Here you see the cameras. When the windshield was coming with the robot, then there are a lot of cameras there, and here you see if the camera is okay or what is going on. Here, for example, it's a camera for the clue detection. This is to add on a grip and to produce this windshield finally. So here you see 1st of October, it's today. In the morning shift from 6 to 7, this is from the resolution, I think, they produced 59 parts and there was no quality error. It was okay. But here you see from 9 to 10, it was 39 okay, and 1 was something quality issues. Here you see also the timeline. They say for one windshield it has to be done in 60 seconds, not minutes, seconds. So, and if something is going over 60 seconds, then it will be red. And if we have a lot of time, then we, for example, we can wait a little bit. If a new windshield is produced, but actually I think nothing is happening. And here you also see a counter. So this is really going directly into the manufacturing area. And this is also part of digital transformation. I'm standing here in Cairo and I'm looking what is going on in one part of Germany. And I want to bridge this also, that you are able to have maybe smartwatches, or you have a tablet, or you have a mobile phone. And I want to show you something. So, I don't know, I'm sure you can't read it, but I think you see the colors. And here is your factory in your pocket. That you see it, that you understand it, and that you are able to act. And this is not something like a vision. We can have it in 5 years, now it's today. And you have your company in your pocket. So, how many time do I have in measuring? I think 10 minutes maximum. That's okay? So, okay, here's, let me say, a summary, but this is more company specific, that you really assemble and define your team and assets, that you connect the assets, which means you enable your digitalization. This is a very important step. You have to connect them. If there is no connection, so nothing will happen. And it's interesting that you are able to do the first steps, like getting started in 1 week. And this is an experience. It's not, let me say, an American marketing session now. No, it's done in 1 week. And this little piece here, it's a PC, which means also you can retrofit your older machines. And here you see this typical connector for the internet, which you also have in your laptop. And here there is a motherboard on it, and you can put these small things on your existing machines to connect it to OPC and then to get your raw data. I already mentioned that. Take the first findings and start from there. Think big, and it's also important to make clear what are the benefits, what is the strategy, what are new business models, and so on. And finally, then make step by step, and not too much at one time. Please, step by step, really to digitalize your manufacturing. So you see also here what was a nice speech also from Mr. Ahmed and also Engineer Shareen was talking about the analytics, the visualization, and the connection to the operating system, which could be the databases, which could be, let me say, also the cloud services. You have to connect, and you can do this with always ready tools, function boxes, which makes your life easier. And this is what I'm talking about, real implementation. It's not slide, it's implementation. Just do it and start now. Please don't wait, because what Engineer Shareen also mentioned, when you look in the world, everybody is moving. And a lot of companies are dying, and now is the chance really to move. And you can do it, I'm sure. No reason to wait. Here in the presentation you also get from Engineer Shareen. I have some recommendations. These are some links. Also, they are leading to Fraunhofer, they are leading to Siemens, they are leading to Tomorrow Labs, and Scientrix, which is in the strategy matrix, a really good partner. GIZ for sure, and also that you can have really some ideas. It's like inspiration how to move forward. I want to show you, and this is the end of my presentation, what you see now. It's really an inspiration, and this factory is coming or get launched in the beginning of next year. So it's not a vision, it's reality. And I want to show you, get some inspirations out of that, what Industry 4 could mean for you.
One of the world's most advanced automobile production facilities, Factory 56 in Symbios-Consulting. We are taking on the challenges ahead. The 3 decisive answers: digital, flexible, green. Cars with combustion engines or fully electric vehicles. Different vehicle architectures can be produced on the same assembly line in Factory 56. Our new S-Class, high-end and luxury EQ models, and self-driving cars, side by side. We are creating a completely new infrastructure in Factory 56. The production facility communicates with its surroundings and the vehicle. This is possible because Factory 56 uses a proprietary, high-performance wireless and cellular network. Humans, machines, and vehicles are interconnected. Complex production steps are bundled in our tech line. The use of driverless transport systems enables flexibility. A change from continuous flow to cycle operation mode is possible. Breathing assembly lines have the flexibility to be extended. The consistent use of shopping carts supplied through intelligent picking systems ensures a need-based fast supply for our workers, even in the case of a high number of variants. No system or machine is as flexible as a human being. This also applies to Factory 56. We use automation only where it is practical and economically useful. Work should be fun. A new work organization with smaller groups allows more time for leadership. Innovative working models simplify the compatibility of professional and private life. And why shouldn't employees be able to use an app to choose their shifts and workstations on short notice? Already today, we reduce the training time of our employees through virtual trainings. Our customers also benefit from the flexibility of Factory 56. Already today, they receive insights into the production of their vehicles. We imagine that in the future, our customers will be able to make last-minute changes to their vehicles. Flexible production, efficient and individualized. Digital. State-of-the-art Industry 4.0 technologies support our Factory 56 production process across the entire value chain. 360 degrees, from design and development through suppliers to final assembly by our workers. Factory 56 already exists as a digital model, our digital twin of the production facility. This is how we digitally safeguard production processes. We use virtual reality, for example, for the ergonomic optimization of workstations. Predicting the future using artificial intelligence. Relevant data is collected and evaluated using big data technology. Intelligent software can analyze data collected from the production systems and determine which malfunction will occur with what probability. Avoiding disruptions before they occur. This is what makes predictive maintenance a reality. Parts from our suppliers on the way to Factory 56. As part of our smart supply chain, tracking and tracing enables us to follow the path of each part, from production by one of our suppliers to assembly in one of our vehicles. Factory 56 is paperless. All relevant data is provided to our workers on smart devices at precisely the right time and place. Transparency and speed through analysis and visualization of relevant production data in real time. Digital shop floor management as a tool for our managers in production. Revolutionary quality management through artificial intelligence. Our Q-Line system digitalizes and unifies the issue resolution process holistically. Employees receive immediate notification of errors and are supported in resolving and avoiding them in the future. Every employee, a quality manager of our brand. Green, inside and out, energy efficient and eco-friendly. Factory 56 uses renewable energy and is supplied with CO2 neutral power from the very start. A photovoltaic system on the building's green roof provides electricity. In the future, this will also be used to supply our charging stations. An innovative DC network increases efficiency during operation. The blue sky architecture creates a connection to the outside. This results in plenty of daylight inside the building, a pleasant working environment. The break areas, designed according to the latest standards. Cheerful colors and a pleasant atmosphere. Saving electricity using renewable energy, minimizing water consumption and waste. Our future is green, sustainable, efficient, and CO2 neutral. We invented the automobile. With Factory 56, we are reinventing production. Digital, flexible, green.
And I hope you get some inspirations and please don't wait. Alla du.
شكرا يا جماعه، احنا بنشكركم كلكم. حد عنده questions احنا هناخد بريك اوت بره، في بريك وفي كده، بس كنا عايزين ناخد جروب فوتو. if you can come all of you for a group photo. دكتور عمرو سلام، جروب فوتو.
عايزين نهدي تاني.